Want to find out how to beat the third boss in the Divisions 2 raid, Lucy and Buddy? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what you will need to do in order to get it completed. This is LaserBolt, and congratulations, guys. You've made it this far. You are at Lucy and Buddy, the third raid boss in the Division 2. Now, I know some of you guys have been a little bit sneaky and skipping bosses. So if you are skipping bosses and you're having a hard time killing Boomer or Weasel, I want to recommend you guys definitely check out my guide on how to beat Boomer and how to beat Weasel. Or if you guys haven't completed any of them, definitely check out those guides. In addition to that, guys, check out the guides on the secret key locations because you're going to definitely want to collect those before you make it into this encounter. I will go ahead and leave the links to all those videos in the description down below. Now, just by the names alone, guys, I don't want to kill these bosses. I kind of just want to pet them, man, because Lucy and Buddy, they're two robotic dogs found in the Division 2, and this is by far, I would have to say, the easiest boss encounter that we have in all the raid. The reason why I'd say it's easy is because once you learn the mechanics, it's going to be a breeze for you to take care of them. So let's talk about the mechanics of this encounter. Well, the mechanics in this encounter, once you start the encounter, you're going to press the button, and this is going to kind of make two gates open up, and two robotic dogs are going to come out. Yes, guys, the infamous Lucy and Buddy. Now, each of them will have different mechanisms of the way they operate, but we want to talk about the things that are primarily important before we talk about their attack pattern. What you want to do is divide yourselves into teams of 3 and 5. 3 people are going to be in charge of Lucy, and 5 people are going to be in charge of Buddy. I'm going to tell you guys exactly why we're dividing ourselves in this pattern, because the dogs have different mechanics for each of them. So the Lucy side, which is the video that you're watching right now, I was in charge of Lucy, and our main objective is to actually pull Lucy to the area where she came out from. Now, the people who are in charge of Buddy, their main objective is to pull Buddy to the blue room, which is the room where he came out of. Now, one of the persons that's in charge of the blue room is also going to be in charge of the computers, which I'll talk a little bit further in the video. So once you guys have already divided yourselves into groups of 3 and 5, your main objective, if you are part of the Lucy crew, is to pull Lucy to the far end of the spectrum, or to the far end of the room. The reason why you want to do this is because Lucy has an attack that what she does is once you DPS her, there's going to be a little icon that spawns above her. She's going to start spinning with a LMG, and if you are in her pattern, or if you're in her sight, you will automatically go down because she will spam you with this LMG. Now, do keep in mind, this LMG has a really long reach that it's even able to get the people who are across the room. That's why it's very important to pull Lucy to the corner or into the room where she spawns out of. Now, the people on the opposite side, which have pulled Buddy into the blue room, they're going to have to worry about the mechanics of Buddy, because Buddy, what he does is he does two things that are pretty annoying. Number one is he will go ahead and dish out little seeker mines that will have a little blast radius, and it's going to move you out of cover. Not only that, but they will also disorient you. In addition to that, he has an issue where he automatically starts regenerating his health, and that is the reason why we send 5 people to that side instead of just 4, because you want to make sure you're outputting a good amount of damage to avoid him to heal up and mess everything up. Now, talking about messing everything up, let's take a look at the health bar of this enemy. If you guys look at the health bar, you're going to notice that there is a little square that overlaps the health bar. This is a little square that's letting you know that in order for you guys to do damage to both enemies or both dogs, you're going to need to keep the same amount of damage within that square. If for some reason you do not keep the same amount of damage within that square, then what's going to happen is the 2 dogs are going to head back into the middle area, and they will automatically start regenerating your health. This is what you want to avoid. It's going to be very crucial that you're outputting the same amount of DPS value as the other person who's in charge of either dog. So Lucy and Buddy, both of them have to be shot at the same time, but you have to be paying attention to the bar so that the bar does not get out of the center. If for some reason you get out of the center within that bar and someone messes up, then what will happen, the dogs will go to the middle and they will automatically regen all their health. Once they regen all their health, it's pretty much a wipe and you're going to have to start all over. So it's going to be very important that you keep an eye on this bar and make sure that the health does not leave that bar. Now remember when I said earlier in the video that one of the persons who is also in the blue room is also going to be in charge of the computers? You're going to want to make sure that that person has a really good pair of headsets, is because that person is going to need to be paying attention to when the announcer calls out and says that there is an overcharge. Once the announcer says that there is an overcharge, that person will need to go to the two computers and interact with them to cancel the overcharge. If you do not cancel the overcharge, then it will be a automatic wipe and you will have to start all over. Now this particular encounter shouldn't take you more longer than 6 minutes, but what you really want to be paying attention to, and the thing that most people really mess up in, is not being able to keep the bar in line with the other team. Remember, as you keep bringing down their health, that bar is going to be shrinking as well, so you want to be paying the most close attention as you get further down the health bar of the team. Now, after you almost have all of them completely out of the way and you don't have to worry about them when there's just maybe like 2 to 1 bar left of the dogs, you're going to want to make sure you actually melt one down. I would highly recommend that the one you definitely melt down the first is definitely Buddy, because remember, he's the only one out of the 2 dogs that is able to regen his health. So what I would do is, once you see 2 bars are left, send maybe someone extra to your blue room and just have them melt down Buddy. Now once you go ahead and kill Buddy, everybody else should just focus back on Lucy and avoid her from reaching the middle. If everybody focuses fire on Lucy and doesn't worry about anything else, because Buddy's not going to be no longer part of the problem, you can just focus all your fire on Lucy and you will automatically kill and complete the encounter. Hopefully now that you completed the encounter, you got a chance to get that Eagle Bearer. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below. I do hope you did find this video helpful and informative. If you did, guys, do me the huge favor, drop a like on this video, share it with your friends so they can know the mechanics as well. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and making sure you hit that notification bell so you guys can get notified when Division 2 videos go live. If you're already a subscriber to the channel, do double check that notification bell is ticked so you guys can know exactly when videos go live as well. If you would like to show some love and support, make sure you hit that join button next to the subscribe button to join the Bolt Nation. You will get entered into monthly giveaways and also earn amazing new features. Thank you for watching, and don't forget WGATAP, and I will catch you guys on the next video.